Okay, I'm back. Snowfalls, episode 3. This episode gonna be about Teddy return causing tension, forcing Jerome and Louis to negotiate with Scully. Franklin let Jerome and Louis know that Reed, aka Teddy, he's back in town and ready to do business again. And Louis and Jerome do not want to get in business with Reed again, with Teddy. They don't want to get in business with him again after what happened last time. And also, they still wondering what happened to Franklin's father. And Franklin just said, well, whatever his dad did, it was his father's fault. And so and he was letting them know that the price gonna go back to where it was. And they just had that look on their face. They don't want to do business with Teddy at all. I don't think it was a problem, but they don't want to. They don't want to get mixed up in it. They said they doing good on their own, and that's how they want to keep it. And later they show Jerome and Louis meeting up with a guy called Mello. He's a new guy in the business. He's working with Scully, and everybody remembers Scully. Scully is preaching. They showed Scully. He was preaching some sermon, but he was getting ready to chop off something. He was getting ready to cut this guy. So, ain't nothing changed for him. He gonna preach first and he gonna do what he got to do. And they show up at Scully, and as they walking through the I guess like the yard, like it was a lot of guys out there with no clothes on with a sign on them, and each sign had a sermon. So they must have did something wrong, and Scully was upset. And so Jerome and Louis, they're trying to deal with Scully, because he ain't forgot about what happened to his daughter. And then the next scene they show Franklin meeting up with Teddy, and they talking about the price of the drugs. And he asked a question about his father, and Teddy was saying anybody could have gotten to him when he got to Cuba. He don't know what happened. And but if you remember the last season, Teddy did find his father, and he pulled a gun on him, but they never did show what happened to him. So who knows? But Teddy had something to do with him disappearing. And then later they showed Teddy setting up a drop with Franklin, and he got the guy that used to work with them to go make the drop. And he asked the guy what happened to Grady. And the guy told him, I don't know. He's all I know, just come here and do his drop. And then all of a sudden Franklin sensed that he was being watched, or somebody was listening to him or something. And he said, well, okay then, well, everything gonna work out with Teddy. I keep calling him Reed, but anyway, everything gonna work out with Teddy. And he was glad he was back in town. He was glad he was doing business with him again. And then the next day, Franklin come back to the same place, him and his bodyguard, this girl, and goes into this abandoned building, go upstairs, and you can tell somebody was in there, and he found this wrapper, the same kind of wrapper Teddy, he's trying to quit smoking, so he's chewing this nicotine gum, and it come in a certain kind of wrapper, and he found that wrapper, so he kind of figure out Teddy was up there watching him. And they showed the cop Bo again. Bo shows up at the club with a pot. And one of the workers tell Louis, he showed up at the club with a pot. She said, okay, well, where he at? She said, in your office. She go in there, he in there cooking. Looking like chili. So he was on something. And she was like, what you doing in my office cooking? And he talking about he's missing something. So she went to get some seasoning, and he just having a real hard time, and he really need some information. Because they own him. And then they showed the scene Mello talking to Jerome and Louis, and he let them know, after they make that deal with Scully gonna try and kill him. And so, but he said, yeah, Scully gonna go meet a psychic the next day because that's the day his daughter died. And so Jerome and Louis shows up at the psychic house, and she said, y'all gonna have to come back in a couple. Well, she told Louis, you're gonna have to come back in a couple of days because somebody was coming. And Louis showed her a stack of money. Said this is enough for 2 days. And she let her in the house. And then they showed Scully when he pulled up, he's slicking his hair back. And then she opened the door, telling him to come on in, and he peeping. He said, you sure I can come on in? And she was like, yeah, come on in. And then when he come in, Louis and Jerome come out with their guns. And they let him know that one of the guys in his camp, Mello, told them that you was gonna off us. So Scully didn't like that. And then later they showed Mello show up at the club wanting some information about Scully because he wanted the throne. And he was asking Louis and Jerome some stuff about Scully. And then all of a sudden Scully come out and let him know you was gonna try to get me killed. And Scully grabbed hold to him. Looked like he choked him to death, but you can hear his neck cracking. But yeah, he killed him right there in Louis' office. And Scully was wondering why they didn't kill him. And then